Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. Question number 3. Who is the best team in the Big East? You have the reigning national champions in UConn. You have the reigning Big East regular season and tournament champions in Marquette. You have Creighton, who got back Trey Alexander, who got back Ryan Kalkbrenner, who added Stephen Ashworth out of the portal, and you kind of quietly have Villanova, who's sneaking up on a lot of people. I don't think people realize quite how good that team's going to be. Who is the best team in the Big East?
So I really wish that I could say Creighton because I was a Creighton defender all of last season. And I think if I was a Creighton fan, I'd be one of the most frustrated fans on earth. And that's coming from a Michigan fan. So take that for what it's worth. But listen, for them to have to sit and watch Arthur Kaluma and Ryan Nemhard go play college basketball again for different programs when this team was an iffy foul call away from a date with a team they probably are better than in the Final Four, that would just be such a sour taste in my mouth. And yes, they're still going to be really good. You get Kalk back, you get Alexander back, Shireman back. Those are dudes, and they did make good additions. But I've got a hard and fast rule, Rob. When you lose a Nemhard as a college basketball team, that's a really, really hard thing to replace, no matter how talented your roster looks on paper. I think this league goes through the champs. I think the king is on the throne until they're unseated. And I'm excited to get your take on this because, a very wise UConn fan once said they're a little concerned about UConn's leadership for next season, Rob Dauster. That's what I saw from the Field of 68 Twitter.
So it's not that I'm concerned with it. It's that I don't know where it's going to come from, right? You lost the 3 guys that were kind of the identity of that team with Andre Jackson, Jordan Hawkins, and Adama Sanogo. Andre was the leader in the locker room. Adama Sanogo was kind of like the leader by example, guy that you can run things around. And Jordan Hawkins set the toughness example, right? That guy didn't say a word, but he played through every injury. Tristan Newton, as good as he is this laid back Southern dude, real chill from El Paso. He's not like the vocal gonna get everybody fired up. He's just kind of laid back, right? Is it going to be Donovan Clingan? Can he play that role? Can you have a 5-man that's a sophomore, one of the younger guys on the team, be someone that can kind of take over that role? Is it Alex Kerman? That's kind of what I'm looking for. And also, they need shooting on the perimeter, right? I love what Solo Ball could be long term. I think he's going to be best as a sophomore or a junior. I think UConn's got to get Cam Spencer out of the portal. I think that is a very big addition for them. And outside of that, I probably have them just on the outside of the top 25. I will say this. Our partner for today's episode is Athletic Greens. I started taking AG1 during the college basketball season, and I loved the impact that it had on my energy levels. I'm a big coffee in the morning guy, but by the time that the afternoon would hit, I needed another boost. AG1 helped me tremendously, especially on those days when I didn't want to get up off the couch and go hit the gym. Their tagline is AG1 is comprehensive health and the power of habit in one. And man, that could not be more true. It's nearly impossible to eat and drink in a healthy manner in the month of February and the month of March when you are in my business. And AG1 was exactly the supplement that I needed to improve my gut health and cover my nutritional basis for the day. I've continued that into April. I've continued that into May, and I'm going to continue that the rest of the summer. All I have to do is mix a scoop of AG1 with some water or maybe add it into a smoothie, and I'm ready to go. Do it after lunch, and you'll be ready to go for the rest of the day. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/field68. That's field 68 FIELD, the number 6, the number 8, and you can get yours now. So check it out and help support this show. Thanks. Agree with everything you said about Creighton. Think they're going to be really good. Think they're going to be a better shooting team than they were last year. I have questions about how they replace Kaluma. That's a big one for them. And then Marquette losing Omax. I think that they are going to be able to withstand that better than Creighton and UConn can withstand the losses that they took, because David Joplin's a guy that's ready to have a big, big season, because Oso Ighodaro and Tyler Kolek are so creative in things that they do offensively, and because remember this name, Chase Ross. I think we'll be able to fill that role defensively that Omax provided. I will say this about Villanova. If they are going to be a team that can win the Big East regular season title, they need Mark Armstrong to be a dude. They need him to live up to like his 4-star crazy athlete kind of hype. Because if you are going to trust Justin Moore to be your full-time, like only point guard, only ball handler, Greg, that's a red flag for me.
Yeah, I'm going to bite my tongue without saying too much on Villanova because I believe we have a segment later in the show that I'd like to speak on. It's a fine roster. It's a good roster. There's a lot of dudes. They are not first, second, or third on my list of Big East teams that I think are threats. I want to ask you this. As the Big East guy, I want to ask you this. Who's the preseason Big East player of the year? Is it Kolek running away? No question.
Preseason, I think it's Tyler Kolek. Postseason, I am betting my money that it's going to end up being Donovan Clingan. Because I think that he's going to be a guy that averages 15 points, 10, 11 boards, 3.5 blocks, and be the anchor of a team that, for my money, will be a top 5 defense in college basketball and probably a top 10 to 15 team. So I think at the end of the day, it's probably going to end up being Clingan. But don't forget Bryce Hopkins down in Providence. I think he's going to have a monster season. Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.